The bar was loud that night. Neon lights flickered against half-empty beer bottles. Two young women, identical twins, barely in their mid-20s, sat quietly at the counter. They weren't dressed flashy, just casual jeans and leather jackets, but their calm, confident presence drew stares. Across the room, two uniformed cops leaned against a pool table, smirking. "Hey, ladies," one of them jeered. "What are you doing here without your babysitter?" The other laughed, loud enough for the whole bar to hear. Maybe they're waiting for sugar daddies to pick them up. The twins ignored them at first, but the comments didn't stop. Snickers turned into insults. Finally, one cop shoved a chair their way, nearly knocking one of the twins off balance. "Careful, sweetheart. Don't want to break a nail." The bar went silent. All eyes turned to the twins, waiting to see how they'd react. And then, a deep voice cut through the silence. "Step away from my daughters." From the corner, a man rose. Broad-shouldered, weathered face, eyes sharp with the kind of focus you only see in soldiers. He walked with a quiet power, the kind that made even the loudest men shut up. It was their father, a veteran, a single dad who had raised his twin girls alone after losing their mother. The cops smirked. "And who the hell are you, old man?" The veteran's jaw tightened. "Just someone who doesn't take kindly to cowards picking on women." The bar stirred. Some patrons whispered, recognizing him. He wasn't just any man. He was a decorated veteran. But the cops didn't back down. One of them cracked his knuckles. "Careful, Grandpa. You don't want trouble tonight." The veteran took a single step closer. "You don't want trouble with me." The cops circled, emboldened by the crowd. "You think being some washed-up soldier makes you tough?" One sneered. "You think being a cop makes you right?" The veteran shot back. One officer shoved the veteran in the chest. The twins stood instantly, protected. But before anyone could move further, the bartender called out nervously, "Take it outside, not here." The tension was electric. The veteran stood between his daughters and the cops, his stance unshaken. And then, one of the twins finally spoke, her voice calm but sharp as a blade. "Dad, it's okay. We'll handle this." The cops laughed. "Oh, really? What are you gonna do, sweetheart? File your nails at us?" But the twin only smirked. She reached into her jacket, pulled out a leather badge holder, and dropped it onto the counter with a thud. The golden letters gleamed under the neon light. FBI. The bar went dead silent. The second twin did the same, flashing her own badge. "We're not just your average girls at a bar," she said, locking eyes with the stunned officers. "And you just assaulted two federal agents." The cops' faces went pale. Their smirks vanished instantly. The veteran folded his arms, his voice calm but filled with pride. "I told you, you don't want trouble with us." The bar erupted with murmurs, people shaking their heads at the officers. The bartender picked up the phone. "Yeah, I think these two cops just got themselves arrested." The FBI twins stepped forward, professional now, their demeanor completely changed. "Gentlemen," one said, pulling out a pair of cuffs from her jacket, "you're under investigation for harassment, assault, and misconduct." The veteran stood tall, watching silently as his daughters took control. For years he had protected them, raised them, fought for them, and now they were the ones delivering justice. The cops, now pale and speechless, were marched out of the bar. The veteran sat back down slowly, the weight of the moment settling in. His daughters returned to his side, smiling softly. "You raised us well, Dad," one whispered. For the first time that night, the veteran allowed himself a small smile. "No, you made me proud all on your own." The bar cheered. The veteran raised his glass, not in anger, not in triumph, but in pride.